Hello everyone, welcome to StraightA. Dawson here, back with our video here today, and we are talking about Week 5 power rankings for the NFL season 2024, of course. And I'm excited. A lot of things move down, a lot of things move up, vice versa, moved up, moved down, whatever, you get it. And actually pretty difficult week, so we'll see how you guys react to my power rankings. Of course, I got a comment from Ben saying my Commanders deserve better. Well, as you see, they're not in the bottom 8. So that's good. Either way, before we get started, leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and comment any suggestions for future videos below. Let's get right into the video. First of all, you already see my bottom 8 over here. We'll quickly talk about them, but not too much has changed on this side. 32, the Raiders, I think, are still just really trash. They beat the Browns, but at what cost? I don't think they really compete against other teams. The Patriots are an arguable last place spot, but either way, take that as you will. Patriots, number 31. Again, arguable, but I think their defense and offense is better than the Raiders overall. The Panthers are slowly moving up the rankings as we're seeing more sparks come from their offense, but their defense is still needing a lot of work. The 29, we have the Giants. Again, Malik Neighbors continues to be one of the only few bright spots on that offense, if not the only bright spot on that offense. So we'll see how they continue. But right above them, finally, with their 4th loss, breaking the bottom 5, the Jags. Of course, even though all the teams below them have better records, I still believe the Jags' potential at least a little bit, but man, they are starting to really worry me because they are not producing much of any kind of result. The only reason I moved them down only 1 this week was it's probably their best game of the season, but even with that, I think Trevor Lawrence still threw for about 50% of his completions, so that's pretty damn bad compared to, Jared Goff, who threw 100% of his completions, or had a 100% completion rate. You get it. Tennessee Titans, they're showing some flashes on offense, and their defense is still pretty good, so they get a little bit honorable mention. Kyler Murray and the Cardinals, I mean, when you get blown out like they did by the Commanders, I got to reward and plummet both of you. Or, sorry, I got to do vice versa. Cardinals, they just did not show a whole lot. And honestly, other than like a couple good flashes on offense, really in hindsight, they haven't been amazing. So I still got to put them near the bottom. But could they have some good usage going forward? Yeah, I think they still have very good potential moving up. Just same with the Chargers at 25. Chargers at 25, just again, seems like they're, without, things clicking on offense and the defense is being below average at best, they're just not going to produce the results they need. They really failed in a game against the Chiefs, which they had a really good start and they could not maintain it. I mean, it's really sad to see. So keeping it live, because I'm gonna, I don't really care about y'all seeing the spoilers or whatever. In the 17 through 24 spot, now we're going to the bottom half essentially. The Jets at 24. I'm just not liking what I'm seeing. They looked awful against the Broncos. Now, granted, I could probably keep them up maybe above the Falcons and Saints, arguably, because of the because of the weather. But I think I like the Falcons and Saints better potentially than the Jets. So Aaron Rodgers hasn't looked that amazing, other than a little bit more better coordination. He's given a lot of love to all of his receivers. The defense is like fine, but also like, they played the Broncos and they still allowed them to get 3 field goals, so like, or sorry, a touchdown and a field goal. So like, I don't know. The Jets kind of worry me. They're going to be in this little limbo of outside the top 20 until they show that they can compete against good teams and actually beat the bad teams, because they're not really raising a whole lot of stock. Because at least with the Saints and the Falcons at 22 and 23, oh, by the way, I think the Falcons just beat the Saints, so I actually shouted the Falcons above the Saints. Let me fix that. So there we go. We fixed it up a little bit. I forget that the Falcons actually beat the Saints, so that's my fault there. But they move up 2, Saints go down 2. Either way, I think they're pretty interchangeable. They could change either way. I don't know what the exact word for that is. The Falcons, I think, have a lot of good potential as long as they get the run game going through Bijan eventually, and the defense keeps up what they're doing, as well as Kirk Cousins start slowly producing more touchdowns instead of interceptions. Broncos, their defense is carrying them to 21 right now. The run game is getting better and better, but Bo Nix continues to not be great, so we'll see if that improves. Bears, kind of the same case as Broncos, except the Bears defense is probably better than the Broncos, or at least up there with them. I shouldn't say that. The Broncos have been playing really good defense. But the offense has been struggling. So I guess both these teams are very similar in that way, but the Bears have been producing more results, or at least better results. Commanders at 19. There you go, Ben. Hopefully they're a top 20 team. Hopefully you got a little bit more respect on their name here. They go up 6 spots, so congratulations. You got me to move them up 6. When you blow out the Cardinals the way they did and produce the results they did on defense, on offense, I mean, it was crazy. The Commanders absolutely just look like $1 million. I can't deny them a really good spot. And just like I can't deny the Dolphins plummet even more. Right now, again, it's overtime. They're getting chances maybe stop their default, but right now they're falling hard. I mean, one more loss could put them in the 22-24 category, depending on how bad that loss is against the Patriots. So we'll see. But holding out hope that maybe some of the offensive weapons can get going, but it's not looking good for the Dolphins. Browns, kind of same case here. They're falling a little bit slower, but their defense is looking worse and worse, and that's, they looked really good at the beginning of the season. Now they're just really bad. Deshaun Watson's still not looking great. The run game's still nothing special. So, I'm really worried about the Browns here. Going into the top half now, and I'll kind of cover up these guys now. I'll just give you the whole top 16, basically. Number 16, the Colts. With Joe Flacco there, they actually look pretty good. The receivers can produce. Their defense is not doing horrible. So, I feel pretty good about it. At number 15, though, the Bengals. Going up one. Again, they're getting better and better. They're kind of coming back into place, but I can't give them a whole lot because they're still competing against bad teams. So I don't know if I can give them full credit just yet, but we'll see as time goes on. The Rams, again, they're going to continue going down until we think that their defense or their offense can step up one way or the other. Either offense needs to continuously do 40-point games or 30-point games, against their opponents. I shouldn't say 40, you know what I mean, like high 20s, 30-point games to help the defense, or defense needs to start locking down opponents. I don't know what the Rams can really do here. We'll see. The Vikings, they have moved up from 25-26 to the 13th spot over these 5 weeks. So that shows you guys that can actually move up teams a little bit. All right, give me some credit here. Vikings look like $1 million. So the first 4 weeks, they look like a playoff compared team. And I could have confidence in them beating probably any of the teams pretty much above them. So we'll see how it produces. The receivers look great. Sam Darnold looks great. The defense is locked down. Again, kind of on the Broncos tier of Bears, Broncos, Vikings look like some of the 3 best defenses in the league. And Vikings, they look pretty dang good. The Cowboys at 12. Again, they're not as explosive on either offense or defense. Just kind of similar to how we saw the Browns last year, or this year now. They went from having really good defense to just being fine, if not bad. And then the offense is not producing like it did last year. So, I'm kind of worried about the Cowboys. They're not getting wins either. So we'll see where they land. The Seahawks, though, are impressing me to the extent of they're getting consistent stats out there. Competed okay against a Lions team, or at least try to come back against a Lions team. So that was really impressive and good, seeing Geno be able to get into that situation or try to get them out of that situation. But we'll see. Steelers did take their first loss, but still clearly the team is still easily a top 10 team. Eagles, I don't know if they're fraudulent or not. I don't know. I really just cannot put my finger on what's wrong with the fucking Eagles other than Jalen Hurts sucks. But I don't want to blame Jalen Hurts this whole time. They're on bye weeks, so they're not going to move up or down really unless somebody below them or above them really do well or bad. So we'll see, but man, I just don't know what to think about this team. Right now, I would like to say they're a good team, but also I don't know. The Bucs moving up to 8. I don't know. 1 week out of every 5 to 6 weeks, they do really bad. But then other times they just produce like they're a fucking top team. You saw the game against the Lions, so this game last week. It's just insane, but they lose to a team against the Broncos. So it's just the weirdest thing. And is that the Broncos being good? Maybe. I'll take that. So it's just weird. Texans, number 7. Again, they had a little bit of a slump, and now they're kind of getting gears back in tow. We're seeing again that they're being more consistent rather than explosive, which sometimes is pretty good. The Bills at number 6. They went down. First loss, pretty bad loss against Ravens. I still think they can kick back a little bit and come back a little bit into that tier, but you got to knock them down a little bit for a bad loss already. Number 5, we got the Packers with Jordan Love. They can look insane. Close game with the Vikings, at least with a comeback type deal. So it shows the explosiveness of that Packers offense. A lot of weapons there. We'll see how the defense can hold up over time. Ravens, of course, when you destroy the Bills, you put you in the conversation back where we were end of the last season, pretty much with Chiefs, 49ers, Lions, and Ravens. Pretty much in this order, I think, from last year. Maybe the Ravens were above the Lions. I can't really remember. But they're all together in this one tier pretty much. Ravens look good. Lions, they look good. All these teams have made mistakes, except the Chiefs just look consistently above average, but barely. So that's why they're still on top. 49ers, again, still one of the best teams in the league, but it's really rough seeing them go and mess up the way they do sometimes. Lions, Ravens, they're just consistently contenders. This is going to be the top 4 guys here. Packers, I think, are outside looking in. Bills, Texans, and Bucks, I think, are all outside looking in. And basically, label 1 through 8 the actual contenders tier. 9 through 16, are they actually going to be able to do it? 17 through 24 is they're either rising or falling into the other tiers. Or 25 through 32, maybe number 1 pick time. Who knows? So I'm going to turn off my webcam so you can see the full screen of what my power rankings are. Let me know what you think about them below, though. I think it's actually pretty damn accurate. I pretty much take everybody as they go. Like, I'm just trying to think if there's any exceptions. Except Vikings may take everybody up here, but like I pretty much would take it. Maybe Cowboys, Seahawks a little bit, Vikings, and everybody above them. Rams and Bengals would be close. Colts, I mean, yeah. I mean, this, and the Commanders, again, they're red hot, so I think I could see them taking a couple teams above them. You know, Bears, Broncos, Falcons. I mean, this is all pretty damn accurate when it comes to who I think would win in the matchup. Obviously, there's momentum builders and all that, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed the video. I'll see y'all in the next one.